Black Ram 313 back at it again. You know why? It's because this is therapeutic, man. Back again with another video, which means another therapy session. Today's topic and title is She Wants Ownership, Not a Relationship. In today's world, in order to have a relatively peaceful relationship, a lengthy relationship with the succubi, one must be both humble and submissive to her. This is the current state of affairs in the realm of modern relationship dynamics. To maintain peace, you allow her to make the decisions and to determine the course of the relationship. You're there to serve. You're there to do what she wants and how she wants it. You're there as her helper. You are there to facilitate her life, make things easier on her so that she can fulfill her purpose and her goals and her dreams. You are her help meet. Denzel Washington somewhat recently revealed the secret to his 35-year-long marriage and counting. Success meaning probably that she doesn't leave you and take with her all of your money. But he attributes this success, so-called, to him shutting up and doing exactly what he is told to him by his wife. Now, this is almost an exact quote. Humility and submission to the female. He believes that is the secret, or at least the secret in his relationship, which of course we know is the mindset of many a succubi and many a simp. A complete role reversal. One must become very feminine in order to have a successful relationship. And many men do this very, very well. Yes. Her attitude toward you is one of ownership and servitude. Now, 95% of the men that I know, and I've said this before, 95% of the men that I know who are in relationships are completely owned in their relationship by their women. They are quiet and submissive. Yes, dear, is the reply, no matter the request. The word no is barely uttered off of their lips as men. Thus, he is extremely obedient to her, and his goal is to fulfill as many of her desires as humanly possible. In fact, this phenomenon is so common, it's considered the norm, and is not even recognized by most men that they are being led by their women. And of course, they do not have a problem with such. But as red pill men, we differ. So my question to you, as you listen to the sound of my voice, men who are in relationships currently, does your woman wear the pants? Does she dictate the relationship? Are you both each other's equals? 50-50? And speaking of 50-50, my other question is, how exactly does that work? How does that work? Let's say she says we ought to turn left, and you say we ought to turn right. Who makes the final decision? Y'all equals, right? Nah. See, the truth is this. More than likely, she is the one that is the boss. She is the one who is calling the shots. You either don't realize it or you refuse to see it. So here are some ways. In fact, 7 ways to determine if your woman owns you. to determine if she has indeed taken the lead in the relationship. Number 1, in a relationship with a succubi in particular, but this can be expanded to the rotten Chiquita banana and also the rabid snow bunny. So number 1, she goes through your things in your house. She goes through your desk, your closet, your drawers, your papers, your effects. Any succubi that you leave in your home while you're out, it is impossible for her not to pry. She believes that your private space is hers too. Hers to invade. No privacy, because you are indeed her property. However, the reverse is not true. You belong to her, but she does not belong to you. I had a buddy of mine who left his long-term girlfriend at his house while he went out of town for a couple of days. In his basement, he had a room that was locked. And of course, there was a key somewhere in the house. So she decided to go into this locked room once she found the keys, which she went snooping for, and to go through his personal papers and his effects. And of course, she found things that she didn't like, in particular, his travels to other countries and his dealings with women in those countries. The point here is that she felt entitled to purposely look for his keys that were hidden and open up doors in his home that he pays the taxes and the mortgage and the insurance for, and go through his personal effects, because it's all about ownership. No privacy, ownership. She's entitled to this. And she's entitled to all of the details of your life. No privacy. You are property. She is the boss. And she must keep tabs on you at all times. She must know all about the things that you have in your home. And she is hoping to find something, anything, that pertains to another woman. This is ownership. She knows, although you might be upset about this, her going through your things, she knows that you're just going to be upset and you're not going to do anything about it. You're just going to take it because you belong to her. And you're such a very sweet guy. How could he even be upset for too long over such matters? Because you do belong to her, right? Number 2, she goes through your phone and social media accounts. Not many things can be more personal than a cell phone. Her prying eyes must glance at your open screen over your shoulder. And worse, she will go through this same phone when you are asleep or in the bathroom. Beware. And she will even find out your password. It's your birthday or your mama's birthday anyway. So common and so typical and so simple. Such is a simp. But nothing intrigues her more than your cell phone. She is so curious about it. She must know what is going on in it. She looks at it, your cell phone, as an extension of you that she owns as well. And your social media account. Gotta be another woman in there. Just has to be. Now the fact that she even goes to your phone, that she has the audacity to do so, shows that not only does she believe that you are her property, but this also shows that she has no respect for you as a man at all. No respect for your privacy. She believes that she is entitled to have a set of eyes on every aspect of your life, watching you, constantly watching you, as a clerk watches a black man in a convenience store. But I bet she made you give her these passwords too, or told you that it was inappropriate to lock your phone around her. Such a silly man are you. Moving along to number 3. You are required to check in through FaceTime or such an app. She's keeping up with her property. She has to know where you are at all times. She has to know who you are with at all times. I call this a fidelity check. Most men are subjected to this scrutiny. They even volunteer for this treatment. No balls of your own. They belong to her, with love, of course. Miss Bossy. She demands to be shown your whereabouts. So you better answer the video call, man. And make sure you show your background too. Check, check, check. Number 4. Daily or even periodic interrogations. She asks, where were you? Who were you with? Any and all questions. You must answer these questions. It is a sign of ownership, of course. Who, where, and what? Face-to-face interrogation. She's like the police. The joys of marriage, right? Or should we say the joys of simping? You have your own personal investigator and interrogator right in your home or nearby. And if you don't answer these questions, she will express her anger. She will express her disdain. She will give you an attitude or the silent treatment. This is her punishment to you. And this is the main ingredient in the element of control and ownership. She is concerned with the who, the what, the when and where of her property. She demands to know your locations daily. If you miss her call, if you so happen to miss her call, there must be a very detailed explanation as to why you were not available. And your claims will be investigated. I even had a woman to dump me, so to speak, for not adhering to this rule of explaining my whereabouts. A woman that I have only known or had only known for about a week or two. She called me up. I missed the call. And when I finally did talk to her, she said, I called you earlier. My reply was, oh yeah, I see I missed your call. She paused and was silent. And she said, so? And I said, what do you mean? She said, well. I replied, well, what? She said, where were you? Where were you? And I simply stated, oh yeah, I wasn't available. She then replied and said, is that all you're gonna say? My reply was, yep. And I never heard from her again after that conversation. Amazing, isn't it? Right off the bat. Had only been knowing her for about 2 weeks. And right in the outset, she was attempting to determine the pace, her role in the relationship. Right there, she was training me to be dictated by her, to be controlled by her, to be owned by her. Such a simping position in which Black Ram had to refuse. No matter how fine she looked, no matter my desire for her, I would not play such a role. If you have to explain to a woman why you missed her calls, you are definitely a beta male simp. Many guys do this. Have to explain everything. They won't admit to it. But again, this is the dynamics of dating in this modern era. You must tell her everything and be held responsible and accountable for your every waking moment, even where you slept the previous night. Number 5, the monopolizing of your time. Time is our most precious asset, if you can call it that. Our most precious commodity, if you can call it that. Most precious resource, and one resource in which cannot be renewed. All you have is time, and you can never get time wasted back. But she demands most, if not all, of your free time. Time that you're not spent working. She demands all of it. And you feel obligated under the threat of her unhappiness as a punishment to oblige her with as much time as possible humanly. She owns every ounce of your free time that's not spent working. Not spent working and making money for her, right? You are not a free man. You're not a free person. This is the opposite of freedom. In fact, the opposite of freedom is a Western/American marriage. Now, often she will complain if you go and see your friends and your family members. And she will say, you never spend time with me, although her breath is on your neck every moment that you're not at work, never satisfied. Number 6, this is a telltale sign that you are being owned by your woman, led by your woman, dictated to by your woman, that you're also being a simp, is when she's given you an ultimatum. If she has if she has ever given you an ultimatum, do this or that, or you'll be punished in some fashion, usually by her leaving you. Do this or do that, or she's going to leave. Stop doing this or that, or she's going to leave you. If she's presented you with that type of scenario, that ultimatum, if you're not a simp, you'll refuse such and let her go. An ultimatum is a power move. And the mention of an ultimatum, even if she even mentions such, shows her desire to be the boss. And I've had women give me many ultimatums, and I simply ignored such. Any man given into an ultimatum will be stuck in a submissive role, more than likely for the remainder of the relationship. Thus, his wife or woman, girlfriend, will always be the head of household, always again be the boss, because only bosses now make rules and give ultimatums. But for the simp who is given such an ultimatum and adheres to it, this is a super weak beta simp position, of course. Again, refuse any and all ultimatums Refuse any demands or requests for change. Do not allow her to change you. You should already be a finished product. Never change for her. And if you do, give in to an ultimatum. If you do change for her, then it will be impossible to have her respect. Women know that their husbands and boyfriends fear them. If a man ever changes for her, it's fear. He changes out of fear. And this is a sign that a man is very incomplete. And many guys at some point say to their woman, please don't leave me. Looking into her eyes, please don't go. And the moment you have said that, or any moment that you say that, if you ever tell your woman, if you ever ask your woman, no matter the reason, no matter the cause, if you ever look at your woman and ask her, beg her not to leave you, then quite frankly, you will always be in the simp position in your relationship. And instinctively and practically, she knows that she has all the power once those words are uttered. And there is no return from such. No return. She owns you and views you as her property instead of the other way around. And of course, as I said before, the blue pillar is happy with such a position. When I used to attend church when I was a teenager, in my delusional days, in my somewhat blue pill days, I had a deacon that I was acquainted with in the church. He told me that marriage is good. Legal marriage. Marriage is good. It's good for a man. And he told me marriage is especially good for a young man because it gives such said young man accountability. Meaning the accountability not for, but to his wife. He said that as a married man, she will hold you accountable and responsible on your spending. She'll make sure that you are not out late with the fellas running the street. Now, at the time, I thought that this was profound, that this was deep, so profound and deep, I even wrote it down for some reason. Thinking that his statement was brilliant and wise, being such a blue-pilled fool, my goal was to find such a woman that would also give me such said accountability and responsibility. Of course, I broke out of this spell and never put myself in such a position. But understand this. A man who needs a woman to make him responsible needs his mother, not a wife. For such a man is a child, still a child, and unworthy, most unworthy of being called an adult. And thinking of this, to a large degree, churches deeply emasculate men and put women above them. In fact, the society in general views the female as more mature and responsible than that of the male. Thus, the man is the child and the female is the adult, especially in relationships. I can't even tell you how many times I've heard a woman say that she has X amount of children at home, and one of those children is her husband. Now, I won't discount the fact that many men do indeed behave as children. But to the woman, I say, if your man is a child, you picked him. Are you in control or being controlled? Are you in a relationship or are you being owned in your relationship? Are you the boss or are you getting bossed? That is the question. Food for thought to ponder. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification button so that you will not miss a Black Ram 313 video. Link to my second channel, Black Ram for Vengeance, in the description box. I have different videos there. Email account link also in the description box. Patreon link also in the description box. And PayPal link also in the description box in case you'd like to donate to the channel. And family, until next time, stay well and stay red-pilled. Black Ram 313, and I'm out.